Well, that's what we've seen so far, but what of the next 12 hours or so? Well, in the northeast, emergency services are preparing for the effects of even more storms forecast for tonight. Our reporter James Bennett is in Bright and joins us now.
Well, the reason that authorities are concerned for towns here in the high country is because of the potential for runoff from the Alps to cause flash flooding in towns in the alpine valleys. So that means that places like Harrietville at the base of Mount Hotham, down the Ovens River here to Bright, further along to Porpunka and also down to Myrtleford could well see flash flooding. Now, I've spoken to locals here and they tell me that so long as the rain continues to fall steadily as it is at the moment, there shouldn't be any concern. But what authorities are worried about is that a deluge as strong or possibly even more forceful than the one which hit Melbourne last night is forecast to hit the northeast of the state sometime this evening. Now, that means obviously that locals will have very little warning if the river starts to rise at night for what will be a very large volume of water.
Mount Buffalo, Falls Creek, so that's the upper end of Harrietville, certainly the Buckland Valley, the King Valley, those areas that water does roll off the mountains will potentially get stronger rises due to the amount of water coming off those mountains that are saturated, they're still saturated from the last event.
Now, further north, the grape-growing town of Rutherglen was hit particularly hard last night. They had up to 113 millimetres. That's flooded some vineyards. It's also caused some farmland to be inundated, and also there's been some quite large amount of flooding over the Murray Valley Highway north to Wodonga. It's also caused a concern for homeowners in and around Rutherglen. One man that I spoke to today who was hoping to keep the rising water at bay told me that he was shocked at how quickly the water level had risen around his home.
We were up half the night getting our furniture off the floor, so, you know, we can, the carpets might get wrecked, but at least our furniture hopefully will be all right. So.
Now, in addition to the towns that I've mentioned already, authorities are also keeping a very close eye on several other river systems. The Mittamitta, the Kiwa and the Broken, all of those could swell significantly if the forecast 150 millimetres of rain does fall. In Benalla in particular, there's quite some concerns there. A town hall meeting was held this afternoon to try and assuage some of the concerns of locals. Authorities are saying that they're not preparing any evacuations yet, but the river is already at a minor flood level there, so they're urging people to stay vigilant.